That's the real question here, isn't it? We're opening the case on what is, without a doubt, one of the most baffling and infamous crime sprees in recent history. We're going to treat this like an official briefing, just sticking to the evidence on record.
So, picture this. It's 1997, and Andrew Cunanan is a ghost. He's on the FBI's 10 most wanted list, yet he's moving freely across the entire country. He's leaving a trail of bodies behind him, all while this massive manhunt is frankly struggling to even get a step behind him. And it all comes to a head on the sunny streets of Miami Beach with a crime that absolutely stunned the globe: the murder of fashion legend Gianni Versace.
And that's the real question here, isn't it? That's the core of this whole investigation. We know what happened, that's all a matter of public record. But the why? Well, that's one of the great lingering mysteries in the world of true crime. To even begin to understand the spree, you have to first try to understand the man.
So, where do we start? Well, every investigation kicks off with a profile. Let's dig into the file on Andrew Cunanan and really try to get a handle on who this person was long before he became a household name for all the worst reasons.
This quote, this is from Maureen Orth's book on the case, and it just hits the nail on the head. It perfectly captures the biggest problem investigators faced. Cunanan was a chameleon. He was this collection of carefully crafted masks, and the terrifying part was the growing suspicion that maybe there was no real person underneath it all.
The psychological workup in the source material is pretty clear. The profile labels him a conscienceless sociopath. Now, that's not just some dramatic, made-for-TV term. It points to a very specific and dangerous mindset, an ego the size of a planet, combined with a complete and utter inability to feel any remorse for what he did.
And when we break down the components of his psychology, you see this toxic mix. Here's a guy who is desperate for status and acceptance, but his entire lifestyle is propped up by wealthy patrons. So underneath it all, there's this profound, gnawing insecurity. He built his whole life on a foundation of lies, and when those lies started to crumble, that fragility and that jealousy, they became incredibly dangerous.
And this slide just lays it all out, doesn't it? It's the perfect illustration of the disconnect. On the surface, the performance was a sophisticated, charming man of the world. But the reality, he was broke, he was deeply insecure, and he was manipulative. That charisma, it was a tool. The charm was a weapon. There was no real substance there. It was all just a performance.